it just doesn't work for me. Like this girl had this dog, right? And the whole time that, you know, I'm taking that one-way train to Pound Town, this thing's just scratching at the door, like going like little sort of sad little.
Oh no!
It makes you feel like you're doing something wrong in that moment.
But now I'm, you know, slightly more realistic when it comes to dating, and I try not to fall massively in love.
And as you were telling us, you have a list of do's and don'ts, or is it just don'ts?
It's a criteria list
or
it's basically some pointers that sort of outline the sort of girl I'm looking for. To remind me as well, these are some things that, you know, are pretty much required, I think, for us to, you know, get along for the rest of my life.
Are these actually in your notes?
Yeah, here it is.
Bro, that's a long list.
There's a few things on it, yeah.
A few.
Well, anytime I think of something, it gets added.
All right.
So it just builds up over time.
From the beginning, mate.
And how would you describe the list if it was like, if you had a title for the list?
Requirements for a Girlfriend by Rufus Rice.
I love it.
Yeah? Cool. Let's go. First one. And this was off the back of that sort of situationship. Doesn't have mental health problems is number one.
Okay.
Just because, you know, I'm not a mental health denier.
Yes.
You know, but I am emotionally unequipped to deal with that.
Yeah. Which is fair enough.
Which, like, it's fine if you got, you know, if you got anxiety, you got depression, you know, you have it. But I can't help you.
Yeah, you're saying you don't have the skill set to accommodate that in your life.
Yeah, it's like no, I can't say. Is not obsessed. It says with Taylor Swift here, but I really mean with anything.
Okay.
Like anyone who's a fan of that, something to that extent, like it's going to come between us.
Okay, that's fair.
Swifties are a great example because they're obviously very mental. I feel like a lot of Swifties would skip our wedding to go to a concert.
No, no doubt at all. If there were free concert tickets on the line, that wedding's off.
Yeah, but even if you're, you know, even if she's like, you know, sort of really nerdy and she always wants me to dress up as Darth Vader in the bedroom and it's like something that keeps coming up and I can't get rid of, like, you know, it's one of those things.
It's going to take a toll.
I don't have an obsessive personality, really.
Yeah.
I'm not really that into anything. Yeah. So, yeah. Next one, doesn't smoke weed as a habit. Like, some people, that's their main hobby.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all their friends are also
You don't want to be in that environment of every day having to...
Well, I could never date a drug addict. And it also says on this list, does not vape or smoke. But I think I don't like have any moral sort of problems with it. It's just...
You don't want that to be the default action in your relationship.
I'm just worried about getting into it myself.
Yeah.
Like if I started dating a meth head, someday, like...
You're gonna have.
I'm gonna come back absolutely knackered, and she's like, "Do you want a bit of meth? We'll really sort you out now." And I'm gonna go, "Yeah, give me the meth."
A bit better than a coffee, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've heard very productive on meth. Like,
yeah,
the difference between that and other drugs is it doesn't. You can actually work whilst on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Whereas heroin, obviously, you're pretty knocked out, so it'd be hard to sort of do emails, etc.
I feel like I've worked with a few meth heads in the past.
Probably right.
Yeah. Great workers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Productive workers.
Motivated.
Yeah.
And they're working for something. The next
high.
So they're always fucking
That must be crazy, like coming home after bricklaying for 8 hours and then just having some meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it keeps them motivated. At least they have a goal.
Maybe they're ultimate employees.
Yeah.
Because they are chasing the money.
Yeah.
Next one, atheist. And this ties into the next one, which doesn't believe in astrology or crystals. Just get all that stuff out of here, man. Like, a lot of girls are really into that sort of thing.
Yep.
And I just can't sit there and listen to it. I will get upset and I will think less of you as a person if you're into that, because it's objectively and very provably, verifiably just false. So JAMO's giving me a smile like your girlfriend's into that.
No, she's not actually.
Okay, good. You give me like a knowing smile, like I have to put up with this a lot.
No, I just know people who are.
Yeah. And that would drill down into my skull. Next one, doesn't keep her phone on full brightness at all times.
Yeah, no, I actually
that creeps me out.
Yeah, no, I adjust it quite often.
Yeah,
personal customization.
I'm a frequent adjuster.
Yeah, so like for example, in bed at night, it has to be somewhat low because I don't want to hurt my eyes.
I've got night mode, true tone, and then a third of brightness.
So this is really.
Oh, so you've got it down pat.
I don't trust people who keep their phone on full brightness all the time.
Yeah, and I think it drains the battery as well a little bit more quicker as well.
Probably.
I just don't think there's any need for that. That's not a wise allocation of resources, and you're clearly like you're so lazy you can't even adjust the brightness. So you've decided to like permanently damage your own retinas.
Now that's one thing my girlfriend does do.
What has full brightness?
Oh, it's on full.
Girls
all the time.
love doing this for some reason. Yeah. Another phone-based one is the nails that girls have. They go tap tap tap.
Oh yeah.
I can't. That noise for some
Oh, you
reason.
don't like the noise of it?
No. So
Are you intolerant to do you find noises annoy you a lot in general? Those sort of
I don't know, the
have a problem
fucking
with anything
builders
like that.
The fucking builders annoy me a lot, but
Yeah.
Not like that bad, but crying baby in an enclosed space really just gets to you.
We've had a few of those, and I don't understand why. I get there probably is necessary reasons to travel with your children on a plane, and if you have to, you have to. But it's just infuriating. And I don't get, like, I've been on the plane, luckily in Europe, they're all short flights, but still, like, I don't get how the baby can cry for an hour and a half.
So much, like, go to
It
bed.
sounds like it's dying. Like, has it not been tired out? Did the parents not have any solutions here? I don't understand that.
Yeah, it was a bit like I got with this girl and she was like dog sitting.
Yep.
And I don't like dogs. I do not like pets at all. I think and this is my most unpopular opinion, but I have to get it out of the way on first dates because a lot of people, it's a deal breaker.
I used to be like that. I used to not like pets at all. I'm moved towards more of the middle as I've gotten a bit older.
Well, I think they're for bad people.
I don't mind that take, to be honest.
I think they're for bad people because pets in general are just dumb, right? Like they don't operate like humans. They will still love you even if you're a shit person.
Because they don't know otherwise.
Yeah. Because they're like, this guy gives me food, so I like him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I have no need. I have a loving family, so I have no need for any additional sort of unconditional love in my life. So I wouldn't be getting much from the dog. And what I'm doing is sort of allowing an extremely unhygienic animal into my house.
Yeah.
Have to spend a lot of money and a lot of time, so much admin on that sort of thing. It's quite annoying.
Yeah. So a very logical way of thinking about it. Like
maybe like brutally logical. Yeah, it just doesn't work for me. Like this girl had this dog, right? And the whole time that I'm taking that one-way train to Pound Town, this thing's just scratching at the door, like going like little sort of sad little.
Yeah. Oh no!
It makes you feel like you're doing something wrong in that moment.
And like now it's her dog, so obviously she's gonna feel bad that I'm not doing there. It's really hard to focus on the rhythm here, guys.
A mood killer, isn't it?
Oh, it's a serious vibe killer. I just had to sort of style it out, like power through. If you know that sort of thing, like
When you brought it up, I actually thought that you were going to say that it was like
I thought of scratching the feet or something.
or like licking your balls or something like that.
So we allowed it back in afterwards, and it started like properly getting into my like boxers. Yeah. It was like it was sniffing around there, licking that sort of like my boxers were a bit wet.
Yeah.
After it grabbed them off the floor and was just like going like that.
I'll change that. You keep going.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the dog's into. I know they like sniffing each other's sort of bits like that. I guess they're trying to bond with me.
Well, what is that about though? Like, do we know the actual?
That's a bonding thing.
Is it scientific reason? Right.
So they smell each other's balls as a kind of sort of as a social norm. It's sort of like shaking hands.
It was interesting if
getting the measure of someone.
Imagine if we brought that into our society as humans. We sniff everyone's ass and stuff like that.
I'm not totally against it.
I'm not. Yeah. Well, there's obviously exceptions as well. Like you wouldn't want to sniff everyone's ass, would you?
Well, actually, yeah, you're right. Because if I had to sniff everyone's ass, like on average, I'm not getting enough out of that.
No.
Like there are some really people you would really love to sniff their ass, but
I'm thinking like if there's a lineup of 100 people,
if the builders are around, yeah.
If there's
I've had to interact with them a lot recently.
Oh, okay. Why is this?
Well, just having work done on the house. But if I had to sniff all of their asses every single time, Do you have a favourite though? One of the favourite builders that you might?
Eduardo, yes.
Yeah.
And where's he from?
I don't know actually. He's definitely ethnic for sure.
Yes.
Hence the name.
Yes. How do you reckon he would smell? And I'm not talking armpits, I'm talking asshole. Do you reckon it all smells the same or are there different variations of...
Oh, there's definitely variations.
Yes.
Mine differs day to day.
Yeah.
Next one. Skis well enough that I won't have to wait for them at the bottom of runs.
Oh, See, I've never skied or snowboarded ever.
Yeah.
But I guess we don't really
Is
get
it something that's really enjoyable
snow in
for
Australia.
you?
So
Yeah, so my top 3 feelings in life, sex third,
Yep.
skiing is number 2, and then performing live is number 1.
Okay.
Those are the 3 best feelings. But yeah, it's like not even close. I think if I could keep like perfect skiing conditions, like perfect ski morning or unreal shag, I'm taking skiing every time.
Wow, is it that good?
Yeah.
Skiing, not snowboarding, or do you mean both?
Skiing.
Okay.
Well, it runs in the family, so it's my parents' business. That's what they do. They sell skiing holidays.
Yeah.
We've gone a lot. I'm a qualified instructor. It's a big part of our life.
Where's a good spot?
In terms of terrain, Canada is unbelievable.
Okay.
Best snow in the world is in Japan. It's so dry. There's so much of it. But they have tiny little mountains.
Right. Not big enough for you.
Well, I mean, you can ski them, but
Okay.
it's not dangerous. It's not Mont Blanc or anything.
Yeah.
And then the Alps are just like the ideal place to go for a holiday from here because they're so close. They're nice, huge mountains, and everywhere's got its own sort of ideal conditions. But the good thing about the Alps is they are populated by chalet girls, which is like basically I'm trying to sum it up here, like the ideal chalet girl.
Yeah.
They're well off, mildly raw girls with pret-a-manger subscriptions, and their dad has a Range Rover, and they go to Exeter Uni, probably going to get a 2-1 in English, and then on holiday maybe they'll do a gap year, working for a family in a chalet, and then they go to Folie Douce. Have you guys heard about Folie Douce?
No.
It's a chain of basically on mountain bars / turn into sort of clubby things, but they're on the slope, so you go up there. It opens at 2:00. It's the highest number of sort of people who are objectively wankers.
Okay.
Like you'll find anywhere, just like absolute massive Tories spraying sort of champagne everywhere with no regard for the cost of living crisis whatsoever. That doesn't exist out there. It's all smoked salmon and champagne. And then, listen to some pounding techno, drop a bit of game on some hot blondes and ski down with them afterwards is the
Perfect day out, eh?
Is the lifestyle. That was after a wonderful morning of skiing. So that's my perfect day there.
Yep.
Just summed up for you. But yeah, she's got to be able to ski because we're inevitably going to be going on a skiing holiday, and I'm impatient.
As a teacher, I was going to say, would you be willing to teach? But you just said you're impatient, so.
Yeah, I mean.
It could be a natural ability that, makes this process quicker.
I don't want to give up my holiday on the bunny slopes. Even if she is the love of my life, like that's valuable skiing time for me. And as we've established, that's the second best feeling in the world. So yeah, next one goes to the gym, but doesn't make it their whole personality.
Yep.
Fair.
So how many days a week do you think that?
I think it's like I go 3 times a week.
Yep.
But I don't I'm not trying to get the gains. I saw that little Dylan did a little he did a quick his eye just flicked to my guns and back. So he's trying to size up the biceps. I saw that and you were like, this guy's lying. He doesn't go. I'm more of a cardio guy in the gym. Next up, doesn't have a tattoo.
Okay.
A lot of people are against that one as well. I don't know. I just not for me. There's a look, isn't it? Like a girl. A lot of girls have little ones, which I think they think makes them stand out, but I think actually makes them look more like everybody else because everyone has those these days. Yeah. Next up, shaves her armpits.
Wait, that's a must for you?
Yeah. Will not expect me to pay for everything.
Okay.
I'm happy to pay for stuff, but I don't want to have a transactional relationship. I think that goes over without saying.
Okay.
Because I go on dates with a lot of girls my age are still at university.
Yep.
They're on the student loan.
And you want it to be a bit more even?
Well, I feel bad.
Or 70-30 split?
No, well, I feel bad making them pay for stuff because I have a job. So I'm actually earning money and they're still they're on a government loan.
Yes.
I'm not making you get our drinks or whatever. But I'm not paying for everything. That's just like being a sugar daddy then. You don't want that.
No.
Then I feel like we haven't got a legitimate sort of relationship. Next one, doesn't want to be on my social media. Because I've met a few girls who are too much of a fan.
Okay.
And they like the idea of sort of being with you more than the reality.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh, he's such a funny guy, he's popular all the time.
But
we're going to have a crazy life. We're going to be doing all this sort of stuff. And I'm literally sitting at home watching Antiques Roadshow for 7 hours whilst desperately trying to come up with more song ideas. Yeah. And that's the reality of what I do. And you're wow, this sucks. Will get her chebs out on European beaches. I just think it's fun.
Yeah.
And you've got to be up for a bit of fun. That's being adventurous, I think. Is
fair.
What that is. And like, there's no feeling like going to a European beach and being like, wow, just
Well, it's common,
show
isn't
the
it?
nip.
Really?
Yeah, it is common, and it makes or breaks a holiday. Sort of, the quality of tittage. You'll see none in the UK.
Okay.
It is more of an older person thing. So like, it's mostly grannies.
In the UK?
No, in Europe.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's an older generation thing. So those people who used to be MILFs are now sort of getting a bit past their prime. Whereas like, if you went on to a French beach 20 years ago,
Yeah.
like that would be absolutely world class. We cycled in Austria. We took a bit of a wrong turning in Vienna and cycled through a nudist camp, which is like so many more nude people than you imagine. Like, imagine a lot of nude people. It's like
But it's even more than
it's
that?
like twice as many as that.
Yeah.
And the amount of cocks, I just looked dead in the eye. Like old man Willie, like droopy, floppy, limp,
Yep.
limp
Not
Willie.
like, unimpressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like there's any... Hot nudists are a dying breed.
Okay,
but you will see them occasionally.
It's an older person thing. Even I've been in Barcelona for a fair bit before here, and at their main beach, there is a little section where it is just all the old people, but they're fully naked, and they'll even go to the showers and just shower there after like fully naked, and it's very interesting. Yeah, very confident people.
I guess so. Or like, they've...
Stuck in the past. I don't know.
Well, or maybe, I feel like once you get to that age, you've had such a lot of life experience, you've really just sort of done everything. So maybe just get your clothes off at a normal beach,
Yeah,
Just
a bit of a thrill.
Yeah, it's like, there's a great quote from someone that, like, can't remember, but like, marriages would last a lot longer if everyone had a few more holes. Just because, it gets tedious, it gets tiring. You've got to sort of spice it up. And if every girl had like a sort of a second arse, maybe that's another sort of 5 years of fun.
We'll never know, right?
We'll never know. But knows what the Schengen area is.
Okay.
This is like a barometer for sort of intelligence.
Okay.
And it became a running joke in our family that I wouldn't date anyone who didn't know what the Schengen area was.
I don't even know. So.
I know it's to do with like the visas.
Okay.
And for us,
It's
not the UK. It's not the UK.
No. It's
the
the
rest
area
of Europe.
area of mainland Europe where there's no
Yeah.
border control, so you can just walk from one country to another. It's about 22 countries.
We can do like 3 months there.
Yeah.
Then we have to leave.
Yeah.
But we can come here like 6 months.
I think we
Like, if she doesn't know what that is, that's a bit of a turn off.
Okay.
So yeah, there we go. Those are the highlights. There's other stuff like no plastic
those are-
surgery, no fake tan.
Have you ever found anyone that's close to this?
Yeah, there's loads. They all live in the same place though, which
Okay.
is West London.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a whole genre. There's a whole genre of girls.
Is this? Are we in West London? Is this West London?
Yeah, like they're not far from here.
Okay.
I mean, this is more of a sort of family area, but there are places where young people live. South and West London, and that's why I'm looking for property in those areas.
Yeah.
So to hopefully sort of line it
Scouting.
up. Yeah. I have to say, I went to Stockholm a couple of months ago, and there were a lot of girls sort of fitting this profile. I didn't sort of get to the bottom of their psyche, but looks wise, they were fitting the bill.
Yeah. So we're looking at Sweden and West London are the scouting network set up
At the
there.
moment, I know that sounds a bit sort of Aryan. I'm trying. It's not. I promise you. There was nothing ethnic about any of that.
Yeah.
They just happened to be there.
It just fits. Yeah. It fits a
They
certain-
happen to fit your looks description too.
Well, there was. I didn't. I like fake blonde. We've got a lot of them.
Yes.
And they're they wear white Air Forces and jeans and North Face puffers, and I like that.
Just
and they've got
nothing better in your eyes.
generational wealth, and I'd like some of that
Yep.
myself.